The van bill now feels like turning the pages of a good book. And with every page turn, you know you're getting closer to the end and starting a new book. And now comes the finishing of the bed frame that will slide out to create the bed and become benches to provide storage. This basically means adding sides and front doors that will give this portion of the van a more finished and homey look. I decided once again to go with the tongue and groove wood I got from my woodworking group, as it keeps the cost down and will match the feel of the kitchen cabinet. Adding the bench sides was pretty straightforward in that I simply had to cut the wood to size, join the pieces, and attach them to the frame. I did a temporary layout just to see how the finished product would look before actually gluing it up to just be sure. Looks good. And on to the glue up. Because it's tongue and groove that will not be against a wall, I always like to glue and nail small braces behind the sides to hold the shape in place, and then attach the sides to the frame. Still checking as I go. The bench bed is beginning to take shape. That done, I can now begin creating the doors that would sit on the pull-out portion of the frame. I cut off the tongue portion of each top to create a flat finish for each door. Before gluing up the doors, I also did a little sanding between the creases that would be a little more difficult once they were glued up. The actual glue up is always a do something and then wait. I like weighing things down so there's less of a chance for the wood to curl up or warp into an odd shape while waiting. The glue is fast drying, so I usually work quickly. However, this was a busy day and I ended up letting it cure overnight. The doors were really looking good, so I did a full sanding and, of course, my usual rounding of the edges. There's something about a curved surface that I just love. Doesn't it really look finished with the rounded edges? The doors were now finished, and I was headed into the uncharted territory of installing hinges. I have to confess that despite doing all kinds of other woodworking projects, I rarely put on hinges, so I watched a ton of videos on how to do it. One guy gave a very detailed description of how to do the inset without power tools that looked fairly straightforward. But as you can see, I soon returned to power and used the Dremel tool to hurry the process along. And on to the main attraction, putting on the cabinet doors. I clamped on the hinges to insert the screws, and I learned from one of those videos I watched to always insert the middle screw first to allow positioning of the other screws. The same applies when attaching the doors to the hinges. And there we have it. The storage doors are now attached and swing open to allow easy access to stored items when in bench mode. And simply slide out with the pull bar to create the bed. As I said earlier, you can't always get what you want, but if you try, sometimes you get what you need. And the next station for this train is making cushions.